Americans love to complain that Europeans get all the cool cars and we don't, but things are changing. Ford's given us its Focus RS, Honda its Civic Type R, and now Audi its RS3. So what we're going to do is take this fun-sized piece of performance on road and then here at the track at Streets of Willow and find out if its absence was really worth complaining about at all. So what are we working with here? Well, that is a 2.5 liter inline 5-cylinder turbocharged, making 400 horsepower and 354 pound-feet of torque. That is connected exclusively to a 7-speed dual-clutch S-tronic transmission. And that is sending power to all 4 wheels via Audi's Haldex all-wheel drive system. Inside, we're dealing with a pretty standard A3 cockpit with a bit of RS flair in the form of Alcantara for the inserts on the steering wheel, in the door panels, and around the shift lever, and then these upgraded sport seats. If you opt for the technology package, you can have Audi's 12.3-inch digital display. They call it Virtual Cockpit, a fully reconfigurable dash, and it's pretty neat. It's been on the market now for a couple of years, but it's still among the best fully digital dashes out there. Now, from the factory, this car comes with an adaptive damper setup. So as you're working your way through the drive modes, the dampers will soften or stiffen. But we have, as equipped, a fixed suspension. And so you don't have that adjustability. And so the ride quality that you have is just naturally a little more firm. The brakes that we have as part of that Dynamic Plus package are carbon ceramics on the front as opposed to the steel ones that we have naturally in the car. And they do make a little bit of noise, especially as you're coming to a stop. You'll hear some squeal and a little bit of whine. Now that we've seen how the car behaves on the road, let's see exactly what it can do on a racetrack. Okay, so one of the most impressive things about this car is the brakes. That is one thing they've done very, very well, among other things. The steering is excellent. I'm in dynamic, so there's a little more weight than you're going to find if you're just driving around in normal, but it's still not heavy, I would say. I wish there was a little more heft to the steering, but nothing too outrageous. And there is zero understeer. It's astounding. I mean, that has always been the thing, especially about the RS3. You're like, yeah, but it understeers, you know, it plows. Not this car. I'm like legitimately sliding a front wheel drive bias car around a bunch of these corners. It's amazing to me. These Pirelli P0s are tremendous tires as well. They're just on this side of our comps, baby. And their grip level is stupendous. And good Lord, the brakes. Stop it. That corner back there shows me their power every time because I'm carrying a lot of speed. And they pull me straight back down every time. No hesitation. And the traction control, if you leave it in a sports setting, it's going to do its job without getting in the way of you having a good time and seeing what the car can do. I am so impressed right now. As you get deeper into what the car can do, its performance level, it just rewards you. It's not starting to show its limits, it's starting to show what it was built to do, frankly. Now, 400 horsepower sounds like a ridiculous amount of grunt, and indeed, if you bury the throttle, it does move quickly. I mean, 0 to 60, 3.5 seconds, it's ridiculous. But if you don't want to go nuts with it, you don't have to. The tractability and smoothness of the 5-cylinder lends itself to an extraordinarily accessible road car, and something that you can use on a daily basis without fearing for your life. Even though it is the entry-level RS model, it still comes with a pretty hefty price tag of $55,000. And if you add on all the other packages, technology package, the performance upgrades, all that, you could easily be looking at a $66,000 subcompact luxury car. But 55 grand is a fair price for what you're getting. So after plenty of seat time here at the Streets of Willow and on the surrounding roads, we've learned two things. One, the RS3 is absolutely deserving of the RS badge. And two, we could not be happier that Audi decided to bring its RS3 to America.